Talk to a lot of great CEOs and they'll tell you they always put the customer first, and that's terrific, except there's a very successful company right here in our region that actually puts their employees above their customers. The company's called Industrial Scientific, and Kent McElhattan is the chairman and co-founder of the company, and these days he's also chairing the National Safety Council. And welcome back. Good to see you.
Thank you, Bill. Delighted to be here.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the somewhat unusual culture of Industrial Scientific, but I've been out there, I've talked to the folks who work with you out there, and they all say the same thing. This is a company that puts employees first. What does that mean, and why do you do it?
To start back with why we do it, I had 15 years at a factory that was heavily unionized in Kentucky, and so I had a lot of experience of a company that spent all of its time fighting amongst itself, and talking about labor unions, first class, second class, third class welders, first class, second class machinists, and no crossover. So we spent all of our time and our energy focused on fighting internally. And I came out of that experience with just the lifelong conviction that if you could ever have a company where you could liberate the voice of all of our people, the janitor, everybody in the company, and have a management team that's humble enough to listen to the voice of our people, to talk about how can we improve the value proposition, how can we improve our services for our customers, how can we lower our costs. Go talk to the people that build our products if you want to find out how to lower our costs. So that was just a very strong conviction within me, and I was burning up with needing to have my own company in order to implement this. And in 1985, my father and I got the opportunity to do that. He was just terribly supportive of everything, and enabled me to go with him and co-found Industrial Scientific on one sentence, which says, we believe good financial performance is the result of doing the right things for our people first, our customers second, and our shareholders third. And the beauty of this is, if we get great people and we support those people with great tools and good work, set them out to good purpose, run to great purpose, and then get out of their way, then they do better work than will their counterparts at our competitors that are working with obsolete computers and CAD programs that need to be upgraded and things. So we get great people working with great tools, doing great work for our customers, designing and building products that save people's lives at work.
Yeah, you're in the gas monitoring biz industry, and which is all about saving lives and making safer workplaces. So I can see how safety then becomes part of the Industrial Scientific culture. But when you go out as chair of the National Safety Council and talk to other CEOs, you know, how do you get them to buy in the idea that safety is so important? Clearly it's part of your business. They may not know it's part of theirs.
Right. They don't. A lot of them don't. Some do. A small fraction, and they stand out. They're very stand out in their industries. But a lot of CEOs, when you ask them, you know, so what's your most important asset, they're going to say, my people. But I always wonder, would your people say the same thing if we could ask them? Are they going to say, yeah, we're his most important asset? And the answer usually is no. They don't feel that way. Because all you talk to them about is lowering costs, increasing quality, increasing productivity, putting more money on the bottom line, those kind of things. And those don't touch people at the level that they need to be touched at to be inspired and motivated to give their best. So a lot of statistics indicate that something like 21% of Americans are really actively engaged with the mission and the vision of their company. 70% are neutral. I'll work for you today. If you're paying more tomorrow, I'll go to work for him. And so they're just neutral. And 9%, we're paying 9% of our people to work against us, to talk to their neighbors and friends about what jerks we are as employers.
I wouldn't buy that product, right? Yeah,
right.
Okay, wow.
So if you can, you know, the best way, I think, to increase that 21% is to speak to people at an emotional level. And people need to feel trusted. They need to feel that you're fair. They need to feel that the work they're doing makes a difference in the world. It's important. And they need to feel that you, as the CEO care about them. And the most concrete way I think that you can demonstrate that you care about your people, that you love your people, is to care about their personal safety.
Here in the global corporation arena, Alcoa, U.S. Steel have made this a priority. Clearly, Industrial Scientific, a growing global company, has made it a priority as well. Do you have a sense that it translates to the bottom line? Do you actually get real improvements in a company when you put safety first?
Yes, I have a sense. I think it's difficult to prove that, at least today, but I have a very strong conviction that it does. That if I have a highly motivated workforce, or let's reverse it. If you have 42% of your workforce that are actively engaged and you're competing with me and you've got people that are running through walls for your company, and I've got on average 20 or 21% of my people, you're going to win. You're going to put me out of business. And so I think that, yes, it does translate to the bottom line. It can translate to competitiveness, to market penetration. People who speak up, are willing to do more, are stimulated. You know, people, when people are excited about what they do, you can tell. When they're enthusiastic, and other people like to buy things from folks who are enthused, who really believe in the product and the company that they work for. That sells.
Wow. Well, great. If people want to find out more about the National Safety Council and its work, there's a website.
NSC.org.
NSC.org, and of course the company here in Pittsburgh, Industrial Scientific, Kent McElhattan, and the chairman. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more of our region's business in just a moment. Stay with us.